Welcome, gentlemen. This is the first semi-final versus Barishal. We have two captains, Mushfiqur for Chittagong and Zubair Ravi for Barishal. He is also the leading run scorer.
Heading down to the middle now for the toss.
They're going to have a bowl, not too surprising given the conditions.
Good morning, everyone. So Chittagong Chargers have won the toss and they've decided to bowl first. So it will be a very difficult task to contain Zubair Ravi and Liton Dash, who are among the leading run scorers. So with that being said, Murtaza has also been very good throughout the tournament. So can we see something extraordinary by Murtaza today?
Out of these two batsmen, Liton Dash and Zubair Ravi, Liton Dash played round of the group stage very well, but his form decreased a little in the second round. His strike rate suffered, and we have seen him taking too many balls to score big runs. But if he stays, he can surely push his strike rate up and score big.
As one of the owners today, I'm really afraid because Zubair Ravi and Liton Dash are among one of the, how can I say this, the dangerous man for this match today, and they may very well be the changers for this match. So until and unless I see them depart from this tournament, at least from this match, I won't be able to, have a side. Being said, it seems that Zubair Ravi tried the pull shot for a 4, but they can only score 2 runs.
They'll get 2.
The outfield looks very slow. I think that would have been a 4 in any ground, but it wasn't so. Mashrafi has bowled really well so far, and I think Zubair Ravi or Liton Dash needs to go for a boundary in the next
One more
ball.
to the score.
Yeah, Mashrafi has always been economical. He has tried his level best to for the club as long as possible. And with that being said, it's a very good shot. I think it's going to be for 4 runs. And that's 10 runs on the board after 1 over.
So that's the first boundary we have seen. Mehias and Miraj. He was silent for too long. We have seen taking him 4 wickets in the last 2 matches. So he's going to be a threat bowler.
Zubair Ravi is a very, very dangerous batsman. There are some queries among others that the field is very long, but it's not. It's actually the same mat, the same pitch, but it looks a bit greener today. The conditions matter the most. I think so. They have to deal with it. So both the teams are going to bat on this one. Zubair Ravi is trying his best to actually score as many runs as possible.
The
1 run added.
Pitch we're playing in is Dubai, and the neutral ground has been selected for all the matches in the elimination rounds, so we can have a fair game.
Along the ground.
Yeah, I know, but the fact is, anyhow, the dangerous man should be out as soon as possible. If they score too many runs within the first 6 or 7 overs, and if we see a total of 130 runs, 140 runs, it would be difficult for the Chittagong Chargers.
I think putting Barishal on to bat first was a good decision by Mushfiqur Rahim, because I have seen Barishal chase big runs, and I think they suffer a little when they have to put big runs ahead. They're a team to chase, but they suffer a little when they are to set a target to another team.
Yeah, but the fact is that the last match, the Chittagong Chargers were not able to chase 125 runs, 120 runs, and it was a very big defeat by Rajshahi. So I think so difficult task for Chittagong Chargers too.
Both Barishal and Chittagong lost their last match of the group round. Barishal lost to Noakhali, who are still playing in this elimination round in this season. Chittagong suffered a loss against Rajshahi, and it was a surprise. We are seeing that Zubair Ravi and Liton Dash are not communicating well, and their running is a little weird. I sense a run out very soon.
Yeah, that may very well happen, but you have to understand the pitch is very slow, and it's become very confusing for the players out there to know like whether they should go for 1 runs or 4 runs or 2 runs, because they're confused that generally this shots they have hit a lot of force from this sort of shots, and unfortunately this are not coming as much as possible. The only way the force are coming is from the backside. So the edges and the pull shots are the ones who are full shots are getting the runs.
I think the partnership is growing, and if Liton Dash or Zubair Ravi takes charge right now, I think this will be a good start. And Liton Dash does so. He plays a great straight dive, and this is going to reach the boundary. Out of the 2 batsmen, Liton Dash and Zubair Ravi, one of them takes the responsibility and carries the team to the last over. I think a responsible partnership from these two. They are given the responsibility to open, and
end of the over. 11 runs coming
they
from it.
have delivered so far in the tournament.
Yeah, but I think so both of them have the capability to hit the long 6s and 4s. As you can see, as I said, it's a fantastic shot by Zubair Ravi for 4 runs. So he scooped it towards the offside, and it was a fantastic shot. It was a risky shot, but Zubair Ravi likes to hit the shots and score runs. Yep. With that being said, it's a fantastic shot on the offside, and it's back-to-back 4s by Zubair Ravi.
I see Barishal's owner in the corner complaining about the field. He thinks that the field is too long. I think there wasn't any neutral ground left. Dubai was the only neutral ground left where matches have been played before. So it was a safe bet to play all the matches in Dubai. I think it's going to be fair for all the teams, and I beg to differ that the runs are going to be low in this big ground.
One of the main concerns about the owner yes, and it's out! Zubair Ravi is going to the pavilion! The Delhi man is out! Mohammad Miraj does his work! It's out! Zubair Ravi, get lost for here now!
There is no reason to be excited. I think Johul Islam and
the new batsman.
The Tanjid Islam Tamim are both capable batsmen. And Johul Islam proves so.
I know batsman, but if you understand the dilemma that I was in, that Zubair Ravi was the highest run scorer in this tournament. So taking the early wicket of Zubair Ravi will be a big boost for Chittagong Chargers.
I think Now the responsibility is on Liton Dash. He needs to stay on and he needs to score runs. Liton Dash, stop for a little time and take his time in the middle overs, and that is not the way to go in the same. He's really looking good.
Good shot.
He has already scored 25 runs from 11 balls. That is way over 200 strike rate. And I think if he goes on, there will be no need to have Zubair Ali on the field.
Run saved with that effort.
I know that Liton Dash is also playing his part, but any wicket is right now is a matter of joy for Chittagong Chargers. Barishal has performed consistently in this tournament. They are doing their part so that they can achieve their dream of reaching the final for the first finals in BPL. So, and one of the main concerns about Zubair Avi that regarding the pitch, but you have to consider that the governing body have decided to take Dubai as the venue because they can get a much more audience, and you can understand that a full packed audience would be a very big thing for BPL.
I think this over started well for the Barishal, but ended very good for Chittagong.
Hussain, the right arm is
Nasir Hussain has been up and down bowler for Chittagong. He has played some very good matches, has played some very bad matches as well. It will be exciting to see which kind of Nasir shows up today. I think Liton Dash is slowing a little bit. He cannot afford to play so. He's trying too much. He's trying to play the scoop. He's trying to play the sweep. I think he has to stick with traditional shots and hit it out of the ground.
Yeah, I agree with that Nasir Hussain comment because he has been not consistent. But if you may see that when it's needed, they actually he actually does the big breakthrough. Okay, it was a chance, but Nasir missed it.
Yes, Nasir has been inconsistent bowler. Oh, I think Liton Dash is just showed his club. He was trying this shot. He was trying to play the scoop, and this is a wonderful shot to see by Liton Dash.
Yeah, it was a brilliant scoop done by Liton Dash. Liton Dash is a classic batsman. He shows why he is one of the main batsmen today.
They take a single.
Kept it fairly tight in that over.
Change of bowling. The captain is going with pace.
Waiting.
I think the runs are very low at this stage. 6 overs for 62. I think Chittagong is bowling very well, and I think player like him is needed right now who can hit long. Especially Joe needs to play his heart out and go for big shots because he can lose his wicket and get some quick runs.
I think so. Liton Dash is doing his best. Liton Dash is trying to take the strike as much as and hit the boundaries because I think so. He's settled down there, and he has been there for the past 6 overs. So you can understand that Liton Dash is playing his part. The run rate is not that much, as you can see that it's only 68 runs with the fall of 1 wicket from 6.3 overs. But I think so. Liton Dash right now has taken the charge, and he is now hitting boundaries as much as possible.
I think Liton Dash is real. He needs to accelerate at this stage. I think he has seen the ball for too long, and I think he now knows what he is doing. I think he He knows that he can lose his wicket.
Oh, great
Even.
shot.
That's a no ball. Overdid it on that
He
delivery.
knows that Sandeep
Didn't
Tamim
quite
is
make it
ready
to the rope.
to come to
One
the
bounce
stage.
and four.
And it's a no ball by Rubel. I think it's a very costly no ball. Liton Das is going to play it.
He needs to
I
bowl a
think-
good one to avoid being smashed.
Rubel Hussain has not joined the party. Rubel Hussain is a bowler who is leaking runs. It's a great delivery on
Good
the free hit,
tactics
but
from the bowler. The
he
batsman
has
didn't
already
pick it.
conceded 26 runs in his 2 overs.
Yeah, you can understand that how the mindset of Liton Das is working right now. He has hit consistent back-to-back 4 boundaries from Rubel Hussain. With that being said, Liton Das has completed his 52 runs from 25 deliveries.
Can you might have
That's
missed that?
a
The
very, very,
rapid
very
fire
good
50.
total by Liton Das. I think the mood is set. Liton Das can go big right now.
Ali,
And
the pace bowler, is
Johul
coming
as well.
into the
I think
attack
Johul
from the
has
south
played
end.
4 balls, 5 runs. He has scored a boundary, so that's 3 balls and 1 run. He is struggling, and at this stage he can't afford to do so. Tamim is waiting out there to play his part. He can hit long balls.
I think so. What Jorul is trying to do is just rotate this strike and give it to Liton Das, because Liton Das is settled down there and he's hitting it for fun right now. Because Liton Das is fully confident now and he's gonna hit big. Every ball he's trying to hit shots.
Mukhtar Ali has been bowling well. He has conceded only 1 run in this over and 12 run out of 1 over and 3 balls. I think
Full ball and got on top of it early.
With that being said, Liton Das just cannot be kept quiet. It's a fantastic shot on the cover drive by Liton Das.
just as I was praising Mukhtar Ali, I was shut down by Liton Das.
Yeah, and said it's a back-to-back 4 by Liton Das. No, it's a fantastic save by the fielder so that they can
On
concede only
target
3
with
runs.
that throw, despite the
He
distance.
saved 1 run for his team. I think Johul needs to show his intent as well. He cannot stay there and not hit a boundary. And
Super
he
shot, that.
does so. I think with 93 on the board and 2 overs left, they can score 110 plus.
Good partnership building
We have
now.
to see if
50
they
added
can
so
go
far.
beyond 120, which will be a score on par, I guess, in this ground. If they can reach 130, I think it's going to be difficult for Chittagong.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. As I said before, that if they reach 130 plus runs, I've seen Chittagong struggle there.
That one's a
And with
bit
that
too
being
full.
saying, Liton
Played
Das is
nicely.
just cannot be contained anymore. Liton Das is that's a fantastic cover drive again for 4 runs, and Liton Das cannot be stopped right now. Shafi Murtaza has to do something.
Goes through to the wicket keeper.
I
No
think
shot off.
he is under pressure. He is under pressure by Liton Das. Liton Das has hit him on the first ball, and this spoils the over. I think Liton Das needs to go. He can hit runs. He can just bat in any direction and get a boundary. That's a misfield by Chittagong. Chittagong has leaked another run. I think Chittagong is slowly losing their place right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. That they
That's right off
started
the meat of
really
the
good,
bat.
but right now it seems that Liton Das will not rest until he this team to the finals.
Barishal were at 62 in 6 overs. They have scored around 44 runs in 2 overs and 3 balls. So we go by that, we reach to 120, I think. But just as I said, Liton Das suffered a ball. I think if they can 110 in this over. There is a chance to reach 120 in the next over. And it's a no ball by Mashrafi bin Mortuza. What is he doing? That's two no balls by two of the most senior bowlers of Chittagong, Mashrafi bin Mortuza and Rubel Hossain.
Free hit. A lot of players.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening down there. Mortuza has lost his calm. He went for a wide, went for a no ball, and I don't know what's happening down there. It's just a single run, but still, it's a costly thing. It's a costly. What's happening down there?
I think Mashrafi has lost it. The most senior batsman out, the most senior bowler out there has lost his mind. He has bowled two no balls, the most crucial penultimate over of the match.
The fielder cuts that one off well.
And
They'll get a
I think
single.
Barishal hasn't capitalized. It has been a long over, but the last four balls have conceded only 5 runs, except for the extras.
Reasonably good over there.
So the last ball was good.
Really
Nasir Hussain has
a
come.
long way.
Nasir Hussain has been the only economical bowler for this side in this match. Let's see.
Beauty of a
With that being
delivery
said,
there.
Johul Islam tried to scoop the ball, but he failed to do so.
Needs to give the strike or hit long.
Got that one away
He
nicely.
decided to hit long, and it's a boundary on the back region. They have targeted this region against spinners, and 116 on the board, 4 balls left. He has hit it for long as well. He's going to reach the boundary. It's 2 runs. So
He
far,
plays that
a good
nicely.
over by
Gets
Nasir
2.
Hussain.
Yeah, I'm afraid that it's gonna be at least 124, 126. But that
He's
being
trapped
said,
in
maybe
front
Johul
there.
Islam is out right now. It's not gonna be an LPW.
Umpire totally
The
ignoring that
umpire
appeal.
has refused to do so. Let's see if Mushfiqur Rahim takes the wicket. No, he doesn't do so.
I think if Tanjid Islam Tamim played
Precision.
in
Just
place
a
of
great
Johurul
shot.
Islam, at least Barishal would have scored 5 runs more. I think Tanjid Islam Tamim is more capable batsman than Johurul Islam, and if not, definitely at better form than Johurul.
Yeah, but with that being said, they have put a very
Nice
good
shot.
total.
4 runs.
Chittagong Chargers have to
Good innings, setting a strong target. This should be an
take
exciting
127
run
runs
chase.
in 10 overs. I think so. That's a big ask, because if you're chasing such a big total, and I have seen that the team crumbles under pressure, so it's gonna be a big ask. Let's see what happens next.
The most costly bowlers in Chittagong were Rubel Hossain and Mortuza. Both of them bowled no balls. They were not in discipline. And let's see what happens in the next
Players
round.
and umpires are out there in the
Next
centre
inning.
now, ready to get this back underway.
Mahmudul Hassan Joy. He has not a good strike rate, but what he does, he stays in the crease and makes sure he holds his wicket and let the other partner
Super
runs.
cut. 4
The
runs.
first shot looked confident. It's a great cut shot by Mahmudul Hassan Joy. I think this is a chaseable score. If Tanjid Islam Tamim played in place of Johurul, they could have at least scored 5 or 10 more runs. But it is a competitive score. There is a chance for Barishal. I see it 50-50.
Let's see what happens, because Mahmudul Hassan Joy has been consistent at match. He has been one of the consistent run scorers for this Chittagong side, apart from Ronnie Talukdar, who has one of his finest innings this tournament yet. And we can see that the team is trying its best to score as much runs as.
Rokibul
Nice
Hassan.
fielding there. Good
He is a
return.
great bowler. He was introduced in the middle part of the tournament and he has taken, I think, 5 to 6 wickets so far. He is a bowler who backs his owner's confidence. I have sources that say the owner of Barishal
Swing and a
very
miss.
much like
The
this bowler.
batsman misjudging
They
that one.
treat him as their son.
Azad has to play a very big innings, and with that being said, best.
One bounce.
So
It goes for
that's
4.
a very good over for the Chittagongs for illicit 11 runs.
The
first over. Let's see what Saqib does.
Saqib started this tournament very well. Let's see. He is a very experienced bowler.
That's racing to the fence.
I think the batsmen realize the situation they're in. They're looking to hit boundaries from the get-go. And for the first ball, they are looking to score runs and put the pressure onto the bowler. And so far it's working. If they can put first ball to the boundary and score
And through for
2-3 runs in the 3 or 4 balls and they score another boundary, it's 11 to 10 here.
Yeah, but as you can see, it's the runs. It's 13
Perfect
runs
technique
per over.
and placement.
It's a very big ask. I think so. Both the opening partnership has to do well, because if they don't do so, that's gonna be a big thing.
Conceded 9 runs already. He has to bowl responsibly. I think he will be out for Fahim. He looks disappointed, but he also looks calm and collected. That's a very good ball. 2 balls in a row. Shakib has struggled Fahim. Let's see if he can trap him and out Fahim. Fahim is a big fish, and if he stays, we can see him go long.
Past that fielder.
Yeah, that was a very good running between the wickets, and they are taking the risks so that they can actually score as much as possible. Let's see what happens next. Mustafizur Rahman has come to the party, and he is a bowler. So let's see what happens.
Mustafizur Rahman lost his touch in the later rounds, I think, but he is a very economical bowler. He hasn't had the wickets in this tournament. He is very economical, and he ensures that the batsman doesn't get any room to play this shot.
Yeah, as you can see, the first 2 bowls has been done fantastically. Mahmudul Hasan Joy wanted to hit the shots for straight drives, but he couldn't. With that being said, he doesn't miss for the 3rd time. It's a boundary right now.
That goes for 4.
I think
Good shot.
it's a bit full by Mustafizur, and that's why Mahmudul Hasan Joy could latch onto it and play it over the bowler, and Mustafiz just could see it go over his head to the boundary.
Yep.
A very good ball
Great
by
fielding. That's a
Mustafizur.
boundary
A nice
saved.
comeback. Unfortunately,
1 run there.
it went past by the slip to the outermost fielder.
I think so. It puts Azad onto the risk. He has to hit boundaries because they have to think about the run rate. I don't know, maybe perhaps this is going to put Azad on risk. He will lose his wicket.
So far this over has been very good by Mustafizur Rahman. Let's see if he can finish this over as well. Fahim Azad against Mustafizur Rahman. Let's see what happens.
It's a fantastic cover drive. Fahim Azad, he is trying to score as much as run as possible. He has tried his level best to take 3 runs
Good work
from
in the
this
field
over.
there.
With
Kept it
that being
fairly
said,
tight in that
Mustafizur
over.
Rahman just gave 8 runs, and the run rate is creeping slowly.
Abhishek Dash hasn't lived up to his name in this tournament, but I have seen him bowl crucial overs. the outfield looks very slow, and I'm surprised that this shot didn't went to the boundary. Abhishek Dash against Mahmudul Hasan Joy.
Yeah, as you can see, Chittagong Chargers needs 94 runs from 41 balls, and they are just trying to hit as many runs as possible.
Nicely ran there.
It could have been a run out.
I think Abhishek Dash would like to bowl against Mahmudul Hasan Joy. He is a batsman, and I have seen Abhishek Dash enjoy bowling to right-handed batsmen. On the other hand, Fahim Azad is pushing for.
That throw's gone to the wrong
Is running
end.
very
Lucky
smartly.
escape
He's
for the
running
batsman.
for his team. He realizes that the team is suffering for runs, and he's not wasting any opportunity to get even a single run.
Yeah, as I'm saying that, like as you can see that the back-to-back overs by Mustafiz and Abhishek Dash, the boundary, and if it keeps on happening, that's what I'm afraid of, because as I said, that the team as it sees 120 runs, 124 runs, it could have been easier, but it's not. It's just not. They cannot, go for the boundaries right now.
I think the player went to the team randomly, and there were no drafts or auction in this tournament, so that is why players were not distributed properly.
This bowler really can get these spinning a long way. Let's see how they go.
I think Litton Dash and Shakib and Mustafiz were on the same, and it just happened to be so. In the auction, we get to choose our players, pick our players, and that is why
superb shot.
the players are distributed more evenly.
Mahdi Hassan is the highest wicket taker in this tournament, and as you can understand, Mahdi Hassan is trying to take the wicket off.
He was the highest wicket taker, but he is still the highest wicket taker for Barishal. I think Shofiul Islam
2 runs added.
over Shofiul Islam take 2 more wickets than him. He is not in the tournament anymore. Mahdi Hassan still has a chance to be the leading wicket taker, but his bowling has gone down a little bit.
Yeah, that's something. With that being said,
And a
50 runs is on the
reach.
board.
Off to a strong
Let's see what
start.
happens next.
I think Mahdi Hassan needs to look for a wicket. His team depend on him, but he is not bowling like that.
I think so. They need to hit more boundaries, and they are trying their do so. They already in this over they have actually targeted Mahdi Hassan. He has conceded 16 runs from 5 balls. So can he go for another big thing? Okay. With that being said, he does take the wicket.
The batsmen were playing all their shots in that over. Really expensive.
not.
Al Hassan back on now.
Captain going with the spinner.
Fahim Azad is struggling right now.
I think Mahdi Hassan remembers that he went for 3 sixes taught against Naeem Azad, and Fahim Azad loses his wicket. It's a very crucial wicket, and Shakib Al Hasan proved his experience. He was looking to rattle Fahim Azad, and he does so. From the very first over, we have seen Shakib against Fahim battle, and it's a very good catch by Litton Dash.
And the departing batsman caught behind.
Fahim cannot believe Litton Dash pulled it off.
At number 3.
Ronnie Talukdar. He has been a batsman who hasn't gotten the praise he did. He is a very good batsman.
Hits the rope.
He has
First ball.
scored big
Nice
runs.
shot.
He has been out of his positions. He has seen batting at 3, even 5. What's the reason behind it, Fahim?
One of the main reasons behind it was to see how can we actually utilize Ronnie Talukdar to the most, because the teams were not performing. We tried to start him up front with the opening with Mahmudul Hasan Joy, but we saw that Ronnie Talukdar does perform there well, but it puts him in a lot of pressure. That's why we decided that Ronnie should come at 1 down, because in that way he will be performing.
I think Zubair is having a chat with Shakib Al Hasan from the ball he took, from the very ball that he took Fahim Azad's wicket.
That bounces just once on the way to the boundary.
Consecutive bounces.
So that's a big pressure for Chittagong Chargers, because they have done good in the last over, because they have been able to take 16 runs from that. But still, it's a very big mountain to climb. 57 runs from 24 balls. They need to go for big hits. It's 7 runs, you can understand, because if they don't take at least 16 runs, it's going to be a big ask.
Oh, nice shot.
So with that being said, it's a fantastic shot, and you can understand that Chittagong Chargers did give no balls, and which they capitalized, but it's a very big ask, and I think so they are trying to be as much economical as possible. With that being said, it's a fantastic square cut. By Mahmudul Hasan Joy. It's back-to-back 4s by Mahmudul Hasan Joy.
I think Ronnie Talukdar coming in for Fahim was a blessing in disguise. He has hit 16 runs off his 4 balls. That's 400 strike rate, and it has been good for Ronnie Talukdar.
It's 9 runs from this over. We need to score some runs. I think so. Ronnie Talukdar will be in pressure. Let's see how he deals with it. So he rotates his strike. So it's 10 runs from this over.
Not too
Abhishek
bad
Das
from either side
has
there.
performed very well in the semi. He has conceded only 18 runs in his 2 overs.
Going
Mahidi,
to spin now.
on the other hand, has been costly. He has conceded 16 runs off his 2 overs. He needs to show that he is a class bowler.
Oh,
He
what a
doesn't,
good shot.
and Ronnie Talukdar is enjoying the spinners of Barishal.
Yeah, Ronnie Talukdar has hit 21 runs from 6 balls. Let's see if he can do it, because that puts a lot of pressure on Ronnie Talukdar too.
I think this over needs to go under 10 runs in order to put Barishal on top.
Yeah, it's a make and break over for Chittagong Chargers, because if they don't score more than if they cannot target Mahdi Hassan in this over, it would be very difficult, because they have 1 over left for Mustafizur Rahman and Raqib Al Hasan also.
I think that is playing the spin very well, and he has hit all over them. He has hit them all over the ground. It's 35 runs from 14 balls.
Oh, well fielded. That was headed to the boundary. He moves into
Mahdi
the 30s with
Hasan
those runs.
needs to get a wicket in this ball. He has already conceded 13 runs of the over,
That's
and
what the
that's
crowd have
another
come to
boundary.
see.
So
Nicely played.
make it 17 runs of 1 over and
Hassan
16 runs
makes it to
of
50.
29 runs of 2 overs by Mahidi.
The danger man is already here, Mustafizur Rahman. He just conceded 8 runs. Ronnie Talukdar has to make the most of it because it's 12 balls left for 30 runs. You can understand that we have to make 30 runs in the next 12 balls. That's going to be a very big ask. We need to score at least as much as run as possible so that we can relieve the pressure.
I think the owners of Barishal decided to save Mustafizur's 1 over for the last, and I think this is the gamble they are playing. I think they have the confidence in Mustafiz to bowl very tightly in difficult situation, and so far he has bowled a wonderful 3 balls. This is getting tough for Chittagong. Mustafizur Rahman looks to be in his touch. He has conceded only 3 runs. I beg your pardon. He has conceded 2 runs. 3 balls.
The short one.
Ronnie Talukdar plays a wonderful hook shot to the boundary.
Yeah, and that's what I was afraid of because he is very, how can I say this, economical for this side, and Ronnie Talukdar has to hit 4s if the team can, actually make or break in this over, because this is how it's going to be. They have been economical. They have not taken any risks for this. They have not done any wide balls or no balls in this over.
Oh, great shot.
These 3 boundaries are really crucial for Chittagong. Mustafizur Rahman, who bowled the first 3 balls very well, went for 12 runs in the next 3 balls.
Wickets in hand, so we could see some explosive batting in this final over.
Golden boy of Barishal has come to the party, and I think Chittagong is looking to hit boundary. He has to bowl really well.
Chittagong does not have any options left. They have to go for the big hits, or else this match is out. Barishal is on to the finals. I think so. This match is going to the wire. Everybody it's a nail-biting match. Nobody knows what's going to happen next. So let's see. We want to hit as much as possible. Please go for the big shots.
That's a very good comeback from Rokibul, but I think he will still concede 2 runs. And I think they're pushing for 3. Do they get 3? And it's a run out, I think. I think it's a run out. Let's see. Yes, it's a run out. Ronnie Talukdar, who has been playing spin very well in this match. I think it's a run out. Let's see. And it's out.
Great fielding has
Ronnie Talukdar goes out for a quick 43 off his 15 balls. He has been a game changer in Mushfiqur Rahim, the captain, walked to the pavilion, walked to the crease, and Rokibul Hasan. Let's see if Rokibul Hasan can contain Mushfiqur Rahim. He can't. The first ball, he concedes a boundary. 6 runs from his 3 balls. It looks very difficult for Rokibul Hasan right now. He needs to calm his shoes. He can't do so.
And that gets to the boundary.
It's 2 runs for his 2 balls, from 2 balls.
I think so. They were pushing for the runs because they cannot take as many risks as possible. What have they tried? It was a brilliant scope. It's a fantastic shot. And with that being said, the team has gone to the finals. Chittagong Chargers has defeated Barishal, and Barishal is unlucky to face Chittagong Chargers. I think the Chittagong Chargers were lucky because Zubair Ravi was not able to do the runs, and they
Really,
were
there
just
was only one team
lucky
in it
enough
today.
to face
I
to
certainly
go to
hope
the
you
final.
enjoyed watching anyway. For Mel
I
James
think
and
Ronnie
myself,
Talukdar
bye for now.
will remember this match. He has been a game changer. We can see Johul Islam scored 25 runs off his 14 balls, whereas Ronnie Talukdar has scored 43 runs off his 15 balls. I think the game was decided there. We'll see in the